Hello, this is Kay,
Hey, and this is Samantha.
and welcome back to another episode of
A
A
brunch
Brunch
session.
Session. All right, you guys. Sam, you already know the deal. How was your week?
It's been pretty long. I'm not gonna lie. It's the first week back, and my classes are like hybrid, so it's half online, half lecture. And then the labs are on campus, so it's just very weird. We had to get our temperature checks. We have to wear masks. We got to get wristbands to show that we had a temperature check. It's just all over the place, and I'm tired. Like I feel so confused, and teachers are like overcompensating because we're not on campus. So I have like 10 quizzes every week. I'm tired, and
What
it's only the
kills
first week.
it's like what kills me is I remember we were talking on the phone about the whole non-syllabus situation and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yes, things are very different right now with online classes, but I feel like when things change, people act like it was never what it was.
Yeah.
Like people forget, like professors not posting a syllabus, it's still school. Like a lot of those things still apply, like post a syllabus, email your students, let them know about any updates. Why are people acting like, oh my God, this is such a huge change, I have no idea what to do? It's like some things you know what to do still.
Yeah, exactly. It's common sense. And I feel
Yeah.
as though a lot of these teachers and professors are getting real lazy. And I think last semester, for me it's quarters, really threw them off, and they're taking their sweet time to get back on the roll because we paid too much money for your confusion, like way too much money. I
Yeah.
shouldn't be up 7 a.m. trying to get my classes and everything settled and you not there. Makes no sense. So
Yeah. I have a professor who it's been weeks since our semester ended, since earlier July. And this lady has still not graded the assignments. And she keeps on making it seem like she keeps on blaming the COVID and oh my God, this is like, we're all over the place. And I'm just like, no, grade.
mm-mm.
Like I
That's
don't
too much.
feel like that's still a part of your job description is to grade work. So I'm not understanding why it's taking you weeks to grade work that you assigned, that you could have been grading as the class was going on. But you know what? I'm not going to give her too much. I do like her as a teacher, but I definitely feel where you coming from. It's
Yeah.
been weird, really
It's a
weird.
long week. It's a long week. But what about you?
Been a pretty good week. Went to Orlando, worked on my website. I got a hosting page now for anyone out there who knows what you have to do. I got that under control. It was a pretty good week. I'm going to Miami tomorrow. Mask will be worn.
For real, for real.
Yeah. So this week has been pretty good for me personally. Publicly hasn't been that great. We had a lot of people pass away recently, and it's been kind of hard. Nelson Mandela, his daughter Zenzi Mandela. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She passed away, and then you had Naya Rivera, of course, passing away. So that was kind of not the best week as far as like public news goes.
Yeah.
Let me pause. So that was a lot in the public news, but it's okay. So we're all gonna get through it.
There is something that I heard about that I don't. It's a conspiracy theory, y'all. So I don't know if it's real, but basically, let me read it a little bit. WayFair has been now talked about in the news because they claim that there is a conspiracy about furniture firm and child trafficking. So basically, in a nutshell, I guess this couple was looking for some storages. And while they were looking for some storages, they just saw some overpriced storages. I'm talking about 10,000, 14,000 price range. And they had the same names as girls that were missing. And I guess this couple went on Twitter and talked about, well, they went on this I think there's something called Reddit. They went on Reddit, talked about it on there, and I guess people brought it to Twitter saying, hey, did y'all see this? Wayfair, something's weird going on. Not only was it storage items, but it was also like throw pillows, things that were so small that were about $10,000 in names of girls that are missing. So people kind of just made this conspiracy saying, wow, if it's the name that are people are missing and it's this price range, you guys are part of sex trafficking. So it was like a big thing on social media.
Wow.
They came out and said that it wasn't true and that the allegations are incorrect. And I think they also said that they were going to change the names of the things. And the reason that the storages were that overpriced were because of the material that the storage bins were made out of. That's why, but makes no sense for a throw pillow to cost over $10,000. So
yeah,
it's very weird, but at the same time, it's literally a conspiracy theory. Like, it's, who knows if it's real or not. I'm not going to put it past them, but it's just crazy to think Wayfair. Like, Wayfair is a place I get everything. This little bed y'all see in the background is where I got it from Wayfair. So it's like, to sit here and think that that may have been true, who knows? I mean, it is far-fetched, but at the end of the day, look how our country's running. 2020, we would have never thought it would have happened like this. So,
I really hope that the authorities did some investigation, because we have to be really, really careful when it comes to younger girls. Sex trafficking is at its height right now. I feel like maybe not at this present exact moment because people are more so inside. Girls are not walking home from the bus, after school. So maybe COVID has put a wrench into the whole sex trafficking. Yeah. But it doesn't take away from the fact that it is still such a huge problem. And for a company like Wayfair that's so well known, like, you're a big company. You're not a small company on a corner somewhere. True. You have the resources and the tools to know that your material is named after girls that are missing. To me, I just feel like that's really serious, and I really hope that the FBI is involved. I hope it's not just Wayfair made a statement, explained it, so on to the next. It's like, no, that's weird. Mm-hmm. That's serious. That's not a small overlook.
Yeah, and the thing is like, usually on social media when people come out with different stories about companies, it doesn't become that big. So the fact that I'm looking now is basically saying that this thing got so big, it was talked about in the government, in Latin America, it was being talked about in YouTube. Like, it's literally worldwide where this conspiracy theory it became a global trend. That's what it's calling, a global trend. So
I'm so happy about that too, because if it would have just been pushed under the rug and nobody was talking about it, it would have just given other people the license to maybe get into it. Yeah. So I know things are opening back up, some things are closing back down. Who knows what's going on right now? But all the young girls out there, myself included, it's just, y'all, really be careful. Like, don't be out here traveling by yourself. Yeah, put your tracker on. Just like, be aware, be cognizant, because people out here are really, really sick. Like, sex trafficking, that's one thing I would never understand, is sex trafficking. Like, there's a lot of things that I don't understand, but how can you just be okay with stealing a girl and putting her through that kind of mental, physical, emotional trauma, and you just feel nothing?
I mean, let's be real. With sex trafficking, it's a business. When it comes down to money, common sense is literally out the window.
It's out. People will do so much for money. Stealing people, just do all kind of things. So I really hope that Wayfair is being investigated, and do not let up. Do not let up. I'm happy that it's global, because not everyone can be looking at them sideways like, what happened? What's going on, Wayfair?
I mean, from what I could tell, like, some people really are boycotting them. Like I said, they're claiming that it was a mistake. They claim it was a glitch in the system. So they're just fixing it. So who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that are still going to support them. But at the end of the day, these companies, boy, they're trying to be real creative, because it's like, if that was the case, I can't even say if it was smart because they really had it right in front of our faces. Like, if it wasn't for that couple, a lot of people would have just ignored it. Like, oh, it's $10,000. I ain't paying for it, but let me keep scrolling. Yeah. So the fact that, you know, some people did notice it, I don't know.
A glitch in the system. Companies love saying that. A glitch in the system that just magically put all these missing girls' names. It was a glitch in the system. A glitch in the system is your screen, your website not loading. That's a glitch in the system.
The thing is, they claim the glitch in the system was the prices. That's why. They say the glitch in the system were the prices, not even the girls' names. So, you know, these people are strategic with what they got going on. Who knows? Maybe they're trying to be slick and funny with it. Who knows? But like I said, I don't put it past them.
All right, WayFair, we watching you.
We see you.
I'm watching WayFair.
You even buy from WayFair?
No. But I'm still watching WayFair. I'm watching all these people out here because
this girl's funny.
Serious. It's getting serious. So okay, in other news, Vanity Fair. Did you see the Viola Davis cover?
I haven't seen it yet.
She looks, first of all, skin is snatched. Body is snatched. Hair is snatched. Dress is snatched. Viola Davis is just snatched. Like, let's just first of all say that Viola Davis is one of my favorite actresses. So to see her on that cover, like, whole back out, just showing you all her sexiness, and it just means so much more, especially when in the past she's spoken about, you know, why can't she play the love interest or the sex symbol? It's like, if you can look at that cover and not see a sexy woman, you need your eyes checked. Like,
so wait, pause. She doesn't think her position in what's the show that she was in, How to Get Away with Murder, she doesn't think that she played like the sex symbol, because literally all the white men was fiending after her.
Well, when she spoke about this, I'm not sure the time frame of How to Get Away with Murder versus when she spoke about this. It might have been around the same time, because How to Get Away with Murder was on for a good little minute.
Yeah.
But basically, she was just having a conversation in front of a group of people, and she basically was talking about, you know, why can't she play the sex symbol, or why can't she, you know, play opposite this male actor. She was just basically pointing out, like, don't limit me. Don't put me in a box because I'm an older Black woman. Like, I can do anything that anybody else can do pretty much. And when I heard her say that, I found Viola Davis to be so beautiful. Like, I just love everything about her. So for this cover, it was just magnificent. And I wish that was the sole focus of this story. But the biggest thing is the photographer. Vanity Fair hired their first Black photographer, Dario Calmese. And you have people that are split half and half. Some people are like, go Vanity Fair, finally getting his dues. But then you have some people who are basically like, don't apply for the bare minimum. Yes, it's great. Thanks. But it's 2020, and a lot of people are kind of just, I guess, upset or just feel some type of way that in 2020 we're still saying our first Black ... So me seeing this story, of course, I was like, I agree with the audience that were saying that I'm not going to applaud Vanity Fair. Yeah. And this shouldn't have been the first Black anything, because Vanity Fair is a publication that's been around for decades. It's a huge magazine. That's not, I would understand if you were, 2 years in, but you're really decades in. And you have Black people on the cover before. So I don't know. It was just a really weird story.
I mean, I feel that 100%. I feel the same way you do. It's very different at the fact that, like, how many done so much. So the fact that this huge publication finally is now coming out with somebody Black on their team is kind of weird. And I feel like with certain things, it becomes a trend. Like, let's be real. 2020, around April, May, when all this George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery situation happened, literally all these companies came out. Well, I'm gonna add this new black person. I'm gonna do this black, and I'm gonna say this back, and I'm gonna take away this black because I know it's black. Like with the Aunt Jemima thing, it's just like too many things that you already knew was wrong. Now it's all of a sudden let me change it because the times are changing. So I feel like the timing is very weird. Like if they
Yeah.
did this a year ago, I probably wouldn't feel some type of way because it's like, okay, cool, whatever. But now it's like the timing is too many. I want to show that I
Yeah.
support black. It's too much. Too
Yeah,
much.
and I agree. Like, show that you support black people, but why weren't you always supporting black people?
Yeah.
And I love this saying. Somebody on Twitter said this: "Why are companies acting like black people just existed? Like we just sprung up out of the ground.
Mm,
Like, oh wait, there's a black people out here. Let's get up on the trend." It
mm,
feels sometimes trendy rather than you really doing the work.
yeah.
And sometimes actually it's kind of easy to tell who's with the trend and who's been about it,
True.
because you have publications maybe like Vanity Fair or Aunt Jemima and all these companies who are definitely riding more of a trend.
True.
And that's not to say that they can't ever, become genuine about it. And maybe they are genuine about it. Maybe this movement has opened up their eyes. I don't want to assume that they're doing the just the right trends. But like you said, timing. All these publications are now coming out and saying they were going to do all these things. Netflix, we're
True.
going to give all this money. We're going to do all of these
What
things.
money they gave?
Well, Netflix said they're going to give money to HBCUs, certain ones,
Oh, certain ones. So
which is
out
which
of
is
all of them.
great. That's amazing. But it's like in general, why is it in 2020 that so many eyes are being opened? When the thing is, black people have been fighting for this. A lot of public figures, a lot of activists have been talking the talk. This isn't some 2020 thing. No, it's been a all our life thing. So why is it 2020 all of a sudden now you want to be down? I'm just really hoping that it's genuine, but like you said, that time would be real funny.
Yeah, really is funny. So with that, that's the only reason why I feel some type of way. Because I mean, certain companies, they're especially like if it's grown older people type thing, like with Chanel. I don't expect Chanel to sit here and change up what they have. Like, yeah, a lot of black people want to start wearing them, but let's be real. That's a white owned company. It's very seriously white owned. So with that company, I expect them to stay stuck in their ways. That's just my thought process. I don't expect you to change what you have going on. But Vanity Fair, it's nice that they changed it up, but I mean, in due time, I feel like in due time, people are going to change up their ways. I feel as though this protesting thing is like an on and off thing where these companies are on and off, where they support us, where they don't support us. Now it's the time frame to support us. I think in the next few months, it's going to be a time frame where they don't. Hopefully, this man ain't. He hasn't just been hired just for the moment. Hopefully, he's there for some years, and they don't sit here and try to fire them all. Cause you see them shows these white people are funny because if it's with the trends, they'll be like, oh, I want to hire so and so people see him, and then all of a sudden they find some weird behind reason to fire him, and then he just out.
I think that right now it's in to be for black people.
How long that's gonna be in though? That's the
And
thing.
that's what I'm about to say. With trends, they always fall off.
Because the protesting
Trends
was a trend.
trends always fall off. So
Mm.
I think that for right now, I am happy to see any company that is making a change. Let me start off by saying that. I'm happy that anyone that is benefiting from this, that is of color, is benefiting. I'm happy to
True.
see that and to hear that. But in due time, we will see who is about it and who's not, because time reveals the fake. It's going to be real interesting 2 years from now when we look back on all these companies that were making all these statements and supporting this and black out this and all of that. It's going to be very interesting to fast forward 2 years from now and to see who stuck to it, who's still out here, not even just like quote unquote doing the work, but just being a good person, just being fair to all people, hiring white people, hiring black people, hiring Asian people, hiring Hispanic people. let's see who's really going to still be doing all those things,
Yeah,
because we're going to be able to tell who isn't and who is. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see what companies at time basically going to weed out. Slowly but surely, we're going to start realizing, okay, you were just
mm-hmm.
saying that in 2020 because what was going on, but a year or two from now later, you still with the mess.
True.
So we'll see.
We will see.
But
Cause
I guess congratulations to Dario though, because he did a great job.
oh yeah, I gotta see this cover. I gotta look for it.
You really do. He did a really, really great job. So I'm really happy that he was able to showcase his work and showcase his work with someone as classic as Viola Davis.
True.
I'm really happy to see that. So
Kudos to him.
yes. But moving on to news that is not so positive, is whole Nick Cannon, which I'm really sad to even talk about this because I do love Nick Cannon. I really do. Like, that's my
He seems
boy.
pretty cool.
He does. And you can tell that he's a really good guy because anytime I've ever heard like celebrity talk about Nick Cannon, it was never negatively. Like, even especially with women. Like a lot of women, Kalani did an interview where she's speaking about how Nick Cannon was so helpful toward her and how he never tried her.
Mm-hmm.
Like he never made her feel like she was just there for something else than what she was really
Yeah.
there for. So I appreciate him, but basically the whole Viacom situation and the anti-Semitic comments that Viacom is claiming that Nick Cannon made on his podcast, which is why they fired him. If you are not privy to the information, I have an article here. I'm just going to read it slowly. It is on CNN though, if you wanted to read it more thoroughly. So basically, on Nick Cannon's podcast, he had a controversial hip hop figure, Professor Griff, who was a part of Public Enemy, and in the past, Professor Griff made some comments that were deemed anti-Semitic. So fast forward to now, Professor Griff was on Nick Cannon's podcast, and basically Professor Griff doubled down on his past comments, and Nick Cannon was obviously with him. So Nick Cannon said that Griff was speaking facts, amplified Griff's views that Jewish people controlled the media, likening to the power of the Rothschild family, and that who have long been targets of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. So Nick Cannon also disputed that such views were anti-Semitic because Cannon said Black people are the true Hebrews. It's never hate speech. You can't be anti Semitic when we are the Semitic people, he said. When we are the same people who they want to be. That's our birthright. We are the true Hebrews. So basically, after this comment, Viacom came out and said that it's not true.
Oh wow.
They said that they did not support that and they fired Viacom. And the reason why it's so big is because I think Viacom works with Wild 'N Out. So now people are asking, what's going on with Wild 'N Out? Um, I guess, Nick Cannon has apologized since then, and he's taken a back seat from social media. And it's just been a lot. Like a lot of people have been speaking about it. His employees, Emmanuel Hudson, and what's the other cat's name? What's the cat? That was old. What's the DC? I said other cat. Like my grandfather jumped out of me. DC Young Fly, and a lot of other people have been coming out, and I think that's beautiful to see because it just shows you how much of a good boss Nick Cannon probably is. But
Exactly.
it's sad to see. What do you think?
I mean, what first of all, what did all his supporters say? Like, what are they coming out saying? Like DC Young Fly and Emmanuel, what are they saying?
Basically, they stand with him.
Mm.
Basically saying that he gave them opportunities, and they'll always ride with him. In
So if
that,
he's gone, that means they're gone too. That's what they're saying.
nobody said now. No one has said that.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No one has said that when you leave, I'm leaving too. And maybe Nick Cannon. He doesn't seem like he would even want that. You
I don't
know,
think so either.
yeah, it's kind of like I'm glad that you publicly stand with me, but I'm pretty sure if they had someone else replace Nick Cannon, I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure that he would say, you know, if you want to stay, you have families to feed. I'm not going to tell you to quit your job. So I'm pretty sure he would leave that up to them. I'm do hope that they do kind of walk low key, because without Nick Cannon there, it won't be wilding out.
Yeah, because he made Wildin' Out, literally.
He literally made Wild not what it is. Like, if someone else was there, like someone had posted a picture of Michael Blackson. I don't know if it was true or not, but I like Michael Blackson, but no, no.
That's one thing. That's one thing that I hate. And I mean, it's kind of off topic, but it's still on topic. It's just the fact that these companies, it's like you got to realize that you're easily replaceable. You say one
Mhm.
little thing that don't fit their narrative, you're gone, and somebody else is automatically going to take your spot. So the fact that this just happened and the idea that Michael Blackson might be on the stage and might be in Nick Cannon's spot, it's like that's mouth dropping because Nick Cannon made the show and this company feels as though he might be that replaceable to just change him out with another black person. Come on now. Let's be
No,
realistic.
and you can't replace Nick Cannon. Like,
At
even
all.
if you get someone who's also great and funny and they can carry the show, it won't be wilding out.
True.
It won't be the same thing. That's like having a Jersey Shore without Snooki. It will still be that, but it won't be that. It won't be the same. So with Wild and Out, I definitely feel like that situation can hopefully be settled. But I mean, his comments, as far as Nick Cannon's comments go, I don't know enough to get into it. I mean, I'm not in media, so I don't know who's running media. I'm not sure if it is Jewish people. I know
Mm.
that Jewish people do own a lot of things.
Yeah.
Um, I guess everything they have been through a lot. So I see why I'm actually, I applaud Jewish people for being able to come out of that situation and be able to make something for themselves, because the Holocaust was obviously just
It's horrific.
disgusting. It was disgusting, like disgusting. So I don't know who controls media. I'm not in that business to really even say that, but if Nick Cannon, from based on what he said, he wasn't he wasn't aiming for it to be that anti-Semitic. He wasn't looking for it to be that. Nick Cannon doesn't seem like that kind of person.
Yeah.
I think it came off the wrong way, and Professor Griff, with his past, made things kind of worse too, with who he was talking to about it. Maybe if he was speaking to a Jewish person, maybe it would have been like, okay, you guys are having more of a dialogue. But yeah, it's
That's
sad to
sad.
see him in this situation, because I do like Nick Cannon.
Yeah. Me too. Like you said, I never really heard anything bad about him. Any
Never.
person that speaks about him, always nice. Especially like when they clown on him about Mariah Carey. He never disrespects her, never belittle her. Like I love that junk.
Baby,
So
we're saying something right now. Nick Cannon and right. You know what's so funny? Nick Cannon is probably like, you know what, y'all can have that show, because I'm tired of y'all talking about Mariah Carey. It's time for me
legit.
to move on. Like, any person that comes on that show,
First thing
Mariah
I talk
Carey
about.
is always mentioned. It's like, even though he'd be like, that's not my wife anymore, they will still go there.
They don't got
So
common sense, bro. That's what it
something
is.
tells me Nick Cannon is like, you know what? I'm cool.
Mm,
I'm good, because I'm like sick and tired of the Mariah Carey jokes.
mm. Probably so. Probably so. Probably so. But
Yo, if Nick
golly.
Cannon, I mean, if Wild Now gets canceled, I'm gonna be hurt.
Me too. Because I really love watching that show. Like, that's my show.
I love Wild Now. Like,
Mm.
even the newer seasons. I mean, the older seasons are my favorite. Like Cat Williams, you can never replace him.
You know, I never watched it back then. I started watching it when I started seeing DC on Fly. That's when I started
No,
watching it.
let me. Okay, DC Young Fly is funny. All the people, Hitman, whatever. All those people are funny.
Mm-hmm.
But older seasons of Wild 'N Out, when they had Nick Cannon, and well, obviously he's still there. They had Cat Williams. They had a lot of other people. I don't remember their names, but it was so good. So good.
See, but old school funny is very different from new school funny.
Cat Williams is so funny. Like, I don't remember ever really a time where he got the X. Like, all his jokes would land like bail after bail after bail after bail.
See, but my thing is, I'm just shocked Cat Williams was on that show, because like they must have been bleeping him out a lot. The way that man cursed.
I don't remember. I just remember it being. It was a lot funnier back in the day. To me, it's still funny now, but back then,
I ain't gonna lie, it's not. I'm not gonna lie, it's not as funny. I only laugh when one person comes on, and that's DC Young Fly off rip. The rest of them, I just be looking, waiting for him to, like, literally.
You know what it is? I think that he's given a lot of opportunities to Instagram funny people. That's one thing I can say. Like, I applaud him for that, because a lot of those kids, they are from Instagram, but they're not really getting a lot of
kids. They're older than you.
Oh, well, okay.
Grow down.
I didn't realize that. I thought these were kids. I thought they were like early 20s.
No.
So he's giving a lot of people, adults, opportunities. But one thing that a lot of
people... pause. You talking about the ones that are like featured? Like the little random ones that are featured?
Like a lot of the people that are on there now. Like,
nigga, then you tripping. Okay, cool. You tripping.
Yeah. So he's giving a lot of opportunities to them. But one thing that a lot of comedians say is that you can be Instagram funny, but don't make you stand up funny.
100%.
It doesn't mean that you can carry it off of Instagram. Like, some people can. Some people can definitely carry it off of Instagram. But there are some others who you've seen who stand up, or who you've seen on Wild 'N Out, and they can't carry it, or they haven't quite learned how to carry it quite yet. And so it's like a hit or a miss, because you don't really know. Like, older Wild 'N Out, that was before Instagram, all that stuff. So people were funny. They were funny. They weren't social media funny. Yeah. And you had to see if they could be funny on stage. They were just funny on stage.
Yeah.
So it was a whole lot more. You could tell that they were a lot more comedian based in the older episodes than so like social based now.
True.
So that's why this earlier seasons are not as funny to me as the older seasons are, because it's just like a whole bunch of like social media people and glitz and glamour and tight shorts, and it's just
you climbing on their pants now too, bruh?
Well, it's definitely more of a different look now too. Like the look is so different now. Not that it's bad, it's just a different look than what it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, it was more so like it wasn't so glammed up. Like they had like the Wild 'N Out t-shirts on. I mean, Cat Williams was always Cat Williams, Jury. They kind of just more so focus on like the skits. But today it's more so like the makeup, the hair, the outfits. It's different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got a serious question.
Yeah.
Cat Williams permed his hair?
I believe he did. I believe Cat Williams got the perm. That hair is too silky, boo. You don't get that kind of shake from a flat iron.
But that man. So okay, even if he got the perm, the way he styles his hair, he must have flat ironed that bitch.
Oh, he flat irons it with the perm. Like he got the perm. That hair is like Cat Williams' hair, and I believe him. And I think Snoop Dogg could have got a perm too.
I thought so too.
I think so too, because it's too much flow.
Oh my goodness.
Old Snoop Dogg, them curls, baby. Oh, them curls weren't sitting like that on them by themselves.
But that's so different. Like, would you be okay with your man getting the perm?
Girl, that is a serious question. Don't ask me that on camera.
You already know the answer, y'all. This a big
um,
hell no.
I,
That's a big behind hell no. That right there,
look,
you just had to read between the
look,
lines, y'all.
I stopped the line at that. Now I told you, I've said that if a man were to get a beard, I would not be freaked out.
Uh-huh.
I draw the line at you walking up in that house with that silky hair. I'm drawing a line there. I accepted your fake beard, but I will not accept the fact that you sat there and got that hair crack.
So wait, hold on. So you telling me your logic all over the place. The beard is down here. Down here, right?
The beard is at a certain level, but that's no, yes, it's up here. It's up
Oh,
the
excuse me.
because for me, I feel like a man who gets a fake beard, I equate that to women getting weave. If you want your hair to look a certain way or be a certain length, what do? You get a wig, you get a sew-in, you do whatever you want to do with your hair. I think that it is unfair for men to be made to feel like they cannot add a few inches. But a silk press, a perm, like, to me.
Are y'all behind? You okay with a man got his beard peeling right here a little bit? You gotta your beard falling a little bit.
I'm a hold you to the same standards I hold my girlfriends to. If that track is lifting, take your ass in the bathroom and you fix that. You don't step out with your track out. So I'm gonna tell my man, babe, if you're gonna wear a fake beard, you better hold it down. You need to make sure that fake beard looks like the real thing. But I can't
wait
here with my man tucking his hair behind his ear.
But first of all, like, these niggas do that jump with their dress. They be tucking their dress behind their ears sometimes.
Those are locks. Okay. That is different than you being like, oh babe, I gotta make sure that my hair don't get wet. What? Your hair can't get wet?
I'm tripping. Just tripping. When that man come home and sit here and be like, I gotta take this beard off today, and he just come home and just pull that sucker off. You gotta understand that he's treating it like a weave. He's treating it like, you gotta understand, he can't stay with that junk on all the daggone time.
I mean, I can't stay with my hair done all the time.
So you gonna be okay with seeing that beard just laying on the table like that?
I don't want to see it laying around.
Nigga, your weaves be laying around.
No, they don't be. No, they.
Oh, they don't. Oh, you a classy woman.
Yes.
You got a mannequin head?
Nah, I don't.
Okay, then where the hell you hang it?
I don't. I don't.
That's why. Okay, y'all. She not part of the gang.
Not yet. I'm trying to get one. Okay, I have another question though. One more question though.
What?
I had a conversation when I was in Orlando with some of my girlfriends, and we were talking about cornrows.
Mm-hmm.
I told them, one of my friends said that she would date a guy who had cornrows. I told her, baby girl, this is not 2004. We are not Icebox Wet. Like, ain't nobody like, we are not Marion, Bow Wow, down. Like, do not step to me with no cornrows. Like, am I crazy, or is cornrows, that's like a prison hairdo.
Whoa, I didn't expect you to say that.
But it is like, dudes are locked up with cornrows. It's easy. Their hair's growing. They can't get haircuts. Or can they? I don't know. But
you really don't know.
If prisons have a barbershop, I'm not sure. But a lot of dudes just wear cornrows. But in the real world, like, how many dudes have you really seen walking around with cornrows?
It's been a while. I really only see kids wearing it. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's so old.
But at the same time, let's be realistic. Times change. So it's like, now it's not really cool, but give it another 10 years, all of a sudden, all the niggas, that's gonna be the new niggas hairstyle. Because let's be real, cornrows are in. It's just they can't do the whole head. It gotta be in the long hair part, and they got it faded on the side. That's the style now.
I used to date a guy that rocked that hairdo. Never understood it.
You never understood the fade top with the
I don't
sides?
know. It just looks so incomplete.
Oh, so you never really liked the style in general, like even with the little man bun in the back.
Mm,
I thought they were cute.
no, I don't know what it is. I just never like fully got it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I thought they were cute. I like that hairstyle. So if I would be okay with cornrows because cornrows are literally in now. Like I'm not a nigga, so I don't know the terminology. I'm assuming it's called a fade and they keep the top long. But that hairstyle, they have cornrows on and it looks cute. Some of them, it don't fit their head, but that's their
Maybe
business.
I just have to get used to it because, like you said, I mean, I just feel like I don't know. It's just really weird to me when I see it. I'm just like cornrow. Then it's just like so in the front, faded in the back. I'm just like, bro, like it's just a lot going on.
I mean, the thing I didn't like, or I still don't like, is the man bun. Because some people be having it's like for the man bun, I feel like that's only with certain texture type of hair. If you have more coarse coils, that man bun is not meant for you, honey. It's
Yeah.
just not. It's meant for people with looser curl patterns because it fits them more. The bun swoops, the bun moves. When you have coarser coils, that thing just straight up and down, just like a little alfalfa on your
Yeah.
head.
It
It
can
don't look right.
it can be a little different. It can be a little different.
Mm.
It's just I don't know. I'm so plain. I like a dude with just a nice fade, just a nice short fade, like edged up nicely, clean cut. I don't mind locks. I think locks can be very sexy when they're kept good, when
Yeah.
they're clean, when they look nice. I like that too. But it's just something about seeing that nice, just that nice clean cut look, beautiful teeth. It's just something different about it. Like I said, cornrows just because I've seen so many movies and shows with dudes in jail with cornrows that it's now become associated with prison to me.
This girl,
And
yeah,
not that you've been in jail with cornrows, but I'm
you need
looking at it
to
and I'm just thinking,
unassociate that joint.
I'm gonna think about prison or I'm gonna think about icebox sweat. No,
Wow.
icebox with Omarion, not icebox sweat.
Wow.
But I'm gonna think of those two. I'm just gonna be like cornrows. That's an interesting choice. Interesting.
I think they're cute. I don't think your friends were tripping when they said that.
I know.
It's just you.
I just feel with cornrow. It's like then you gotta wear the baggy jeans with the Tims.
Nigga, can you get with the times,
But a
please?
lot of dudes that wear cornrow dress like that.
Nigga, stop thinking like that, please, because that's
I've never
ridiculous.
seen a dude with cornrows wear a suit. See, you laugh because you ain't never seen it either. You ain't never seen it either.
I think I've probably seen it in the movie one good time.
No, I haven't. Don't play me.
I think so.
Don't play me. Talking about sons. Stop thinking like that. You ain't never seen cornrows wearing a button down. I ain't never seen it. I've seen Tim's, jeans, and you are just fitted out. That's what I've seen. And it's not bad. It's just not.
Jen trying to save her words.
I'm not. It's not cute. I'm saying
Wow.
it's not cute. I don't like it. Do not wear cornrows. The times have shifted.
Wow. She is tripping today. My goodness. Yeah, you need to get it together. Let these niggas live. Okay, let these
Letting
men
them live. Cornrows, fake beards.
My thing. That's what I'm confused about. You don't like cornrows, but you don't like perm and you don't like cornrows, but you're okay with a fake beard. Like your logic is all over the place, bruh.
It's just
all over the place.
I just feel like
Natural grown hair out their head bother you. Style certain ways it's bother you, but this little fake thing that they want across their face.
It's the style. It is the style
That's
that
crazy.
bothers me. It is the cornrows.
At least it's real.
Braided that down. You know what? A fake beard can be made out of real hair.
His own hair. I didn't think I had to specify that. His own hair.
Look,
Golly. A
look.
human hair beard? Who
Don't
got time
ask
for that?
me why I feel like this. I just cornrows and perms can't do it.
That's crazy.
Cannot. You better have a damn good reason why you permed your hair, and you better have a damn good reason why you wearing cornrows.
Y'all heard it here first. Kanithia do the IF with cornrows or no perm, y'all. Don't come around her with that, please.
You heard it here, fellas.
Mm.
No. We ain't doing
She
it.
ain't messing with it.
Or fake locks.
Fake locks?
We're not gonna get into that. But we're done.
We're done. Yeah, we're done with this episode because
Well, we do have a question.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we did have a question. You guys remember to please send in your questions to our Instagram at a brunch session, and also our Twitter too, a brunch session podcast, so that we can answer them on the show. All right. So this one is from one of our listeners, and she asked, lately I have been feeling lately my energy has been very low, and I've been wondering, how can I motivate myself when I'm feeling like that?
You start.
Sam is already looking like, girl, you on your own. So what I guess I'm gonna take this one. That is a really good question. Also a very hard question to answer too, because I know for a lot of us, when we do have low energy, it's hard to get motivated. But I think the first part is understanding that it's okay to not always feel motivated, to not always have high energy 24/7, because that means that you're on drugs, and
basically
we ain't doing drugs, anti-drugs. So it's okay to feel unmotivated at times. If you have a free day, lay around, it's fine. You need to that time to re-up anyways, so that you don't burn yourself out when you really do need that energy. But I would say that when you are feeling like that, when you need that energy, I will say to just remember why you're doing what you're doing, the benefits associated behind what you're doing. If you know that getting up and studying is going to mean that you're going to get a good grade on your assignment, or that you're going to do good at work, just hold on to that and don't forget that you need this energy right now to get this done. Just think about it. And also for me, I like to think about the sooner I get up and do this, the sooner it'll be over.
No, that's true. The main thing I can tell you that I understand for sure, because I deal with that a lot. Motivation is very difficult for me. But you got to understand and remind yourself that, like she said, it is okay not to be okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's okay to not feel like doing it. I think this generation is always, you always got to be busy. Your hands always got to be in something. And you got to understand, if you're not doing anything productive and you're just always busy, like, give it a year. What changes have you made except wasted a year doing everything, which basically ended up being nothing? So just realize what your goals is. Like Kanithia said, realize what your goals are, realize exactly what it is that you're trying to do, and slowly but surely make efforts to do that. It's okay for one day for you not to feel like doing it. It's okay for 2 days for you not to feel like doing it. But if it's something you want, eventually you're going to want to do it. And it's just going to happen. So
that's true.
Stay productive. And then if it's like, if you have low energy, take things that give you high energy, like carbs. Carbs give you energy. You could get like little energy boosters or things like that. Drink your coffee, I guess. So if it's some type of body issue where it's not really mental, but it's like physical, then you could take a supplement. Let's stick away from drugs or whatever the case is, but let's pick,
crack is whack.
Yeah, crack is whack. And just just pick something that is really going to be beneficial for you, but it won't harm you. So yeah, I mean, you'll be all right. You don't be with the times. The times are trash. People making moves and ain't really making moves at the same time. So yeah.
So hope we helped you out, listener. So before we get to our prayer, we definitely just wanted to update you guys on the fact that we have our YouTube channel of a brunch session. Sam is a beast when it comes to YouTube and the whole digital stuff, y'all. That's not me, but she is great at
Don't
that.
say
So
that because it low key look trash. So it's like, don't hype it up too much because I haven't edited nothing. I just post them. Oh my gosh.
the fact is, she still did it. So
Whoop whoop.
applaud my girl. So yes, that's our YouTube channel at a brunch session where you can literally see everything. We definitely love doing visuals too, like looking at each other because Sam's face, we all over the place. Mine too. So
Wow.
it's
I didn't
it's
expect that.
it's nice to see us and see the genuine reactions. And also, as always, we are posting Fridays at noon, and you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Apple, and Google Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So many places, y'all. We are just everywhere. So now, time for our outro, you guys. We're gonna do our prayer. Bow your heads. Let's get to it. Lord, first and foremost, thank you for waking us up on this glorious day and for bringing us together. God, we just want to pray over everyone that is listening to this podcast right now, that you will bless them, God, and just continue to bless us all, especially during this time. We want to send a prayer out for all the families that have lost a loved one this week, Lord, and also lost a loved one this year due to COVID, God. We just want to pray over any and all people, Lord, and especially praying over Nick Cannon right now, God, and just praying over all of us, Lord. We are just so grateful for all that you have done for us, God, revealing so much this year, God, teaching us so much. And even those right now that might feel like you have forgotten about them, God, you have never forgotten about them. You're doing it for a reason. There's a reason why we do everything that you do, God. We got to believe and have faith. So we have faith in you. We love you. We give you all the glory. Just thank you so much, God. We just pray for any and all people right now, God. There's so much going on. We pray for everyone. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Bye. Have a good day, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.